Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Maya and today I'm going to be telling you my true opinions and ratings on popular BOOKTOK books. So let's get started. So if you don't know what BOOKTOK is, even though I'm pretty sure that everybody knows already, it's basically on TikTok like a society of people who love reading and books. As you can tell, I love reading and books. So I've joined BOOKTOK probably like last year. Yes, around last year in August. And I have read quite a lot of popular books from then. And today I'm going to be reviewing or telling my true opinions on a few of those. So the first one I'm going to talk about is We Were Liars. So you might recognize this because it's a very, very popular book. You've probably seen it everywhere. But also you might realize that you probably heard that people didn't really like this book, that they said is, I don't know, not that good. Most people rated 3 stars or around that much. And personally, I thought it was not that bad. Like, I don't know why people like really hated this book. Like, for me, this is a fast and easy read, even though I would say that it's not the best book I've ever read. So I think I'd rate it like a 3.75. Yeah, it was like okay slash good. Not the best, but also not the worst. Like, if you're wanting to add more books towards your Goodreads goal for the year, then this will be a very fast read. And not that bad. Like, I don't understand how people hate this. Personally, I don't have a strong opinion on this one. I feel kind of neutral about this one. But yeah, I think I read this in like 2 days, 2 or 3 days, which is really fast for me because usually I take a week, like a week to a week and a half to finish reading. So like 7 to 12 days is my average. Yeah, I know I'm not the fastest reader, but I try to enjoy books and really like, you know. Anyways, but yeah, I really blew through this one. But if you're looking for something fun and interesting, then I'd say maybe not read this book. But also, it wasn't that bad if you're looking for some fast read. Like, it's a good fast read. Also, there is gonna be a new book 2 of this called Family of Liars, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, even though this was a okay-ish book for me, I'm still obviously gonna get that book. I'm excited to see what it's gonna be about, and I'm assuming that it's gonna be fast-paced also, so it'll be very quick to get through, and I'm still getting the book. The next book is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So this is also a very, very popular one. Well, technically all of these are very popular because this is called Rating Popular Books. But anyways, so I actually got this before I even had BOOKTOK, so I didn't even know that this was popular. And so I was just in Target, then I saw, I'm like, this looks interesting. I might as well try something new because I usually don't read murder mysteries or things like that. I usually like light-hearted, chillaxing, or fantasy books. But anyways, so A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, you might hear that it is the most amazing book ever from everyone else, but personally, I think that it's a bit overrated. Like, all of these people saying, oh my gosh, this is so good, get this right now. I think it's overrated. In my opinion, it was not that great. It was good. It's a solid like 4 stars for me. Better than We Were Liars, okay, that's for sure. So maybe I should lower We Were Liars score or up this one's score, maybe to 4.25. I don't know. It was better than that, but I don't know. I feel like it was a bit overrated. I didn't really connect with the characters or connect with the story. I'm not sure why. Maybe just the writing style was not it for me, but personally, it wasn't that great for me. But for you, you might like it because lots of other people apparently liked it. But in my opinion, it's overrated. So yeah, for this, it's like a 4 stars. Also, there's other books to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So A Good Girl's Guide to Murder is number 1 of this series, and there's number 2 and number 3, which I'm not sure if I should get. Maybe they'll be better than the first book for me, but if you read them, please let me know down below if it's worth it for me to try the other books in the series. Next book is One of Us is Lying. This is also a murder mystery, and this is what I call a good book. Lots of people usually think of it opposite, that they liked Good Girl's Guide to Murder more than this one, but I liked this one more than that one. I'm not sure why, but this one was just much more fun for me to read. Maybe this is for younger people, even though I don't think that. I think they're both for like the same age range, 14 plus, but I liked this one a lot more. This was, I put it 5 stars on Goodreads, but I think maybe like a 4.75. Oh yes, follow my Goodreads if you haven't. It's linked down below. So yes, 4.75 stars. This was very fun for me, and I also read this pretty quickly. It was the first book I actually read in 2022. The first book. So like in the first week of January, I read this in like around 3 to 4 days, which is again pretty fast for me. So yes, this I definitely recommend. Also, unlike in Good Girl's Guide to Murder where there's just one main character, here we follow 4 different people and they're like chapters about different ones, which I liked that about that. I always like when there's multiple perspectives in books, like multiple POVs. So yes, I 100% recommend this book. Read it right now. Oh yes, there's also the second one, One of Us is Next, but I haven't read it yet, but I'm very excited to. But I have a lot of books on my TBR right now, so I'm trying to finish up some of those and then get to this. So if you read this series, let me know what you thought of it in the comments. Did you like it as much as I did, or did you prefer A Good Girl's Guide to Murder? The next book is The Song of Achilles. Now this is one very popular book. Like, I feel like it's on the top 5 of BOOKTOK books that everybody recommends. So when I read this, I was excited to read this. I was excited to see what all the hype was about. I'm in a book club, and this was the book club pick for the month. So I read it for the book club and also because I wanted to see what the hype was. But I was disappointed. So the first half of the book I liked a lot more than the second half. The first half was more chillaxing, and the second half was more just like, I don't know, it was just not for me. I did not really like it. Maybe also I didn't like it because it's set in the older times, and in the older times it was very anti-feminist, which I didn't like either. I know that it's old times, but I still prefer to read about current time where there is feminism. So also I feel like it was just boring for me. I know I'm gonna probably get attacked for this because everyone's like, no, it's a classic. Well, is it a classic? I don't know, but I feel like it's gonna become a classic in the future. But anyways, and I don't know, it just was not for me. In my opinion, this is my least favorite book from everything else that I'm going to be talking about in this video. This was the worst one. So yeah, I personally don't recommend this, and I give it a rating of like 2 stars, I think. And the very last book of today's video is actually, we're ending on a good one. And that is Throne of Glass. So Throne of Glass is part of a series, as many of the other books that I mentioned. And here we have this beautiful series. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. And I think, yes, 7. I think that this was definitely worth it. Overall, the whole entire series is kind of slow, but when you get to the parts, they're really worth it. All the fantasy and fighting and everything. It was just amazing world building, amazing characters, and I wouldn't say this is one of my favorite series. I've read better series, but this was still worth it in my opinion. When I think back on the series, then it feels like I had an entire life there, because it was like they wrote about it very detailed, like the world and everything. It's like so easy to imagine that I already lived there. But also the series did kind of put me in a reading slump. It took me half of 2021 to read them, so it took me 6 months to read this because it put me in a bit of a slump. But I still consider these to be worth it. I still do. And I don't think I'll put you in a slump. I just think that's personally me. Usually slow-paced books put me in a slump, but that's why I prefer medium or fast-paced, never slow. But this was still worth it for me. So yeah, I give this book probably like 4.5 stars, and then the whole entire series probably a 5 stars. Or maybe like a 4.75. That sounds fair. So thank you so much for watching, and maybe my opinions on these popular BOOKTOK books helped you decide what book you should read next. And if you've read some of these books, feel free to share your opinions on them down below, because I love reading the comments and I love seeing what you guys would think of these books also. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and like and follow my socials down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!